Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, and on this edition of Coach's Corner, the Pohai head track coach, Lee Guess, will be our guest a little bit later. But first, the coach of the Pohai Steppers, Kristin Smith, joins us. And wow, nationals in the books. We're going to talk tryouts and how that went down. But first, we got to talk about nationals, and you got to be happy with the showing at nationals. Tell us about it.
Oh, definitely. Nationals was, we had a great year this year. We definitely did. My officers and my team both compete. My team competes in 4 different areas, 4 different styles of dance, and my officers compete in 3. So my officers won the high kick and the military. So they were national champions in high kick and military, and they were second in their palm. So they were first runner up to national champion there. And then my team won the prop category. So they were national champions for prop. And then we were second in the high kick, second in the military, and 4th in the palm. So we did great. Amazing day.
So did you have to have like a separate vehicle to transport the trophies, or how does that work?
No, they fit on the bus just nicely. But yeah, I would like to have to do that.
Yeah, no doubt.
No,
that's
but
incredible.
they do.
But that's a lot of hardware.
It definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is. They did great. We also had some individual stuff that did very well. They have a Miss High Kick competition, and that's a competition you have to qualify at camp. And then if you qualify at camp, you compete for National Miss High Kick. And I had 6 of my girls who were freshmen compete, and 3 of them, Whitney Dye, Alexia Klinger, and Maddie Green were all in National Kick Company, and then Madison Green won National Miss High Kick for for freshmen. So that's
a big deal.
It's a very big deal. It's a very big deal. Then seniors, I also had several girls in qualify and make it, but I had 3 girls who made it to Kick Company then, and that was Bailey James and Catherine Parr. Catherine's my niece, so maybe she has it in her blood, I don't know. But they both made it, and they're both sophomores. And then Taylor Woods made it. Also, she's in Kick Company for nationals, which is huge also, especially at the senior level.
Well, you got to be proud, and of course they work hard all year round.
Yes.
And so I got to ask you, as far as the nationals goes, was that beyond your expectation going into nationals, or were you just really pleased? Is this about what you expected?
Sure. I always, as a coach, you always win it all, and I want to win it all. And we have before 3 times. So, I've always got those expectations. Right. But I will say the competition down there, this is the biggest national competition in the country for drill teams. So, we kind of always think go big or go home, So,
right.
So we always go to the biggest one, and it is crazy how much the competition just increases year after year. If I think back to when I very first started coaching and the types of things we saw then to what it is now, it's crazy. I mean, there's probably $150,000 sets that people cart down there.
Wow.
And it's like, it's like a Broadway production.
Wow.
So for my girls who, we're from a little town in Oklahoma, we don't have $300,000 budgets, so for us to do what we do is pretty darn good. They do really well.
That's incredible. Well, nationals, a big success and a big successful year for the Pohai Steppers, and of course Coach Smith very proud of her athletes, and looking for some more Pohai Steppers, some future Pohai Steppers, the tryout process.
Yes.
I haven't personally attended or witnessed the tryout process, but I've heard from people who have, and believe me, I've actually been outside Robson Fieldhouse when the parents are waiting for their daughters to come out of Robson Fieldhouse, and they're just hoping they come out with a big smile on their face. It's a pretty tense process. and tell us how did it go?
Sure. It went really well. It is a closed tryout. So the clinics and the actual tryout are closed. It's just the judges and me in there on tryout day, and just the girls in there and me for clinics. But it went really well. I had 45 girls try out. That was a little bit smaller than what I normally have, but I still had great talent, and we took 35. So it was great. It's a week and a half of clinic. They have to learn 2 different dances that my officers make up and teach. One of them is kind of a high kick military combination, what we do in football. And then the other one is a jazz dance, more kind of what we do nationals and basketball. So yeah.
Without mentioning any names or anything, but do you ever, in these tryout process, do you ever get someone in there that it's their first time, they're in there, they're trying out, and they just blow you away, and you're just like, whoa?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you tell who's had training and who's been working on this throughout the year?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Really?
Sometimes you can really tell, okay, that girl's been in the studio, or that girl is really prepared. Sometimes
it's just natural.
It's just real natural. Yeah.
Wow.
Real natural. I had a girl several years ago, Brianne Cherry. She's at UCO now. She's graduated, but she had never had a dance class in her life, and she walked in. I was like, oh my gosh, this kid is amazing. But she was also probably the best athlete at our high school at the time.
Right,
when she was, But she was just amazing. I could anything I wanted her to do, I could teach her in that long. And never had studio training. And then there's other girls who have had studio training that pick up well. And then there's some girls that have had studio that this is a little bit different than studio, and so it's hard for them. So it's just. Yeah. It's just a process.
Well, I for lack of a better term, I don't want to necessarily call it the off season, but I'll say during the off season, because I say for lack of a better term because the HiSteppers are working year round, really.
Right.
So between now and the fall, what's on the schedule? What's on the agenda for these HiSteppers?
Okay, we actually get back in the gym on next Monday, and start practice. So they had like 5 days off. We start practice again for camp. And our camp actually is going to be a little different this year. We normally go to Emporia State University in Emporia, Kansas, but they are under some massive reconstruction and building and things. We know about that, don't we?
Right.
And so they had very, very limited dorm spaces, and they just didn't have dates that the camp would work out. And I work for American Drill Team School. I judge and choreograph for them. So that's, of course, the company I'm going to go with. And their other camps are so far away that it's just too expensive.
Right.
So we're doing a private camp this year. American Drill Team is sending some instructors in. So we're going to have camp the 2nd through the 4th here at the high school. So that'll be good. That'll be great for the girls.
Yeah.
And so we have camp, and then we'll take a little break, and then August 1st we'll start back. But I just saw the football schedule. I think they're trying to kill me because we've got like a game in like August 26th or something. Then again, the first week of September, I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Hit the ground running.
Got to get prepared. Well, and these girls are athletes in every sense of the word.
Definitely.
And they're working. So do they get in the gym? Do they do that kind of training and stuff? Is that part of it as well?
I actually require them. They have a workout contract for the summer, and I require them to do a certain amount of cardio, a certain amount of stretching, lifting, that kind of stuff over the summer. So they're in decent shape.
Staying in shape.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Kristin Smith. An award-winning coach, and to a lot of these girls, an invaluable leader and mentor in many different ways. And it's always amazing when they come back years after graduating. That's got to be kind of a cool thing for you when they come up to you and they let you know what a difference you made in their life.
Definitely. I love that more than anything, is to hear from my girls. There's lots of my girls that I keep in contact with. In fact, I have 3 weddings that I'm going to this summer.
Wow.
2 in May and 1 in July of former drill team girls that I am so excited they still want me to be a part of stuff.
That's fantastic.
So,
Kristin Smith, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kristin Smith, HiSteppers coach, and stay close because more Coach's Corner coming up. Lead guest, the POHI head track coach, will be with us when we continue.